Okay, what does this lady do?
OMG, it is time for Show and Tell. This Show and Tell that we do every single week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's happening right now. I'm Lady Ada. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. We're here at the Adafruit Factory, which is nice and quiet. It's the end of the day. It's time for you, the creator, maker, hacker, lover of the world, to come by here virtually over the internet and show us what you're working on. That's why it's called Show and Tell. Show and Tell. So we're going to be here for another half an hour. About till 7:50. I'll call on some people from Adafruit to show up what they're working on, and then we'll see what people in the community are up to. So let's kick it off with Scott.
Hello.
Hello.
As you know, but I don't know if everybody else knows, but I've been working on getting graphics working in CircuitPython. And I earlier this week, Lamore was like, we should have it so that you don't have to load the file into memory because images are big and we don't have very much memory on the M0. So I got it working. So this is on a Halloween, and I don't know. You gotta get the angle just right. That's my cat Vin. I took this picture earlier, so this is my working environment. She's on my lap.
No, she's very happy looking.
She's a very happy cat. She has nothing to complain about. But what I have it is if you touch one side, it will change images. Here's me with a mustache.
Whoa.
Very rare picture. Mount Rainier from the airplane. And more kitty pictures. And then the middle ones I also have for brightness. So I can make it super dim. I can make it less dim or brighter.
Yeah.
Which is nice too. And then the fading works for that as well. So the trick is that we're loading the image while the backlight's off. So you don't actually see that. So PR's out today. That'll be in 4.0. So we were talking about doing a 4.0 alpha release, which will be our first alpha release, and there will be lots of good stuff in that. So super excited for people to try that out.
Okay.
It's super easy to use. You just drag the BMP images over, and then it auto loads.
It's just like the WAV files, but with images. And that WAV file capability is super popular among CircuitPython crafters and makers. Thanks, Scott. So that's super the hot off the press CircuitPython news.
Yeah.
It's not getting
like
hot.
15 minutes ago.
It's like just committed. Okay, now Pedro, what are you printing?
Hey, folks.
Hey, guys.
So this week we got a fun cosplay prop. This is the blade saw from Zelda Breath of the Wild, and this is our, I want to say, like our fourth kind of Zelda cosplay prop. Pedro, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so it's 42 inches long, and it is a fully dual extruded print. We got fully 3D printed chains for the teeth, and we have buttons on the side to control all the actions, like getting the blade to actually go. So it's powered by the Cricket, Circuit Playground Express inside there in the middle. I just turn it off because it is kind of loud.
Hey, chainsaws are loud, man.
And then we got the UV NeoPixels strip on the side here that's illuminating the UV reactive blue translucent PLA chain, and all the detail in the diffusion is also printed with that as well. So it does a nice little glow and under the UV light. And if we actually jump over to the other camera, we can actually see what is inside of this guy.
That is the other camera.
Oh, no, this one right here.
That's the camera. I'm sorry, I don't have it as an overlay.
So here's how everything's mounted on the
Okay.
inside. Everything is in the inside with all of the NeoPixel strips. We're using the side-lit NeoPixel strips, and we're doing a little trick where we cut it in half and then solder on backwards. So we have both, it's facing upwards and downwards to illuminate both sides of the sword. Let's have all the little greeblies that get attached on there. And of course, everything is published on GitHub, as well as Thingiverse, and the Fusion 360 file is available, so you can chop this up into a smaller bit size. We also got Ninja Flex cover for the handle, so it's two-handed. We also got little greebly here that's being illuminated with our 12mm coin cell breakout with a little on and off switch that just comes off, and you can turn that on and off there. You still have access to the USB on, where is it? This side, so you can still program that to Python or make code. We also have a little actuator here, so you can push that to hit the restart button on the Circuit Playground Express. What else is on here?
There's everything.
There's so much stuff on there. We have a full detailed guide, and we also had a whole hour on 3D Hangouts, our 200th episode. If you want to check that out, we have the full build and all that on there. And yeah, if you guys want to build one, all the stuff's there to do it.
All right, swing that around.
Okay.
Looks great. Nice work. Whoa, don't kill each other. Not ancient. All right, next up, JP.
Hey guys, I wanted to show a little bit of a teaser for what I'll be working on the live stream tomorrow. And it's going to start out with a milk jug or a water jug made from HDPE plastic. And I'm going to switch my camera somewhat dramatically to show you the end result because the lighting will matter. So here is
Dun.
workshop. And this is what we're going to be making, which is focusing on that skull back there. That's better.
There's too many skulls.
A skull that's heat formed using that milk jug on top of another skull. If you look in the back of my workshop, there's the real skull, the plastic skull from the hardware store. It's not a real skull. And then I've got the hollow wing driving a NeoPixel strip and a couple of these big, juicy 10mm LEDs with holders and a little bit of a flicker animation based on some Phil B code from his jack-o'-lantern from a year ago or more. So we'll be, it's a really cool technique, and I'll be showing you how to do that tomorrow on the live stream. So,
okay. All right. Oh, happy skull.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to Kim because I think I know what this project is.
Kim.
All right.
Okay. Cat victim. Yeah. I mean, client.
Right. So this is my kitty Mitty, and she's lucky because she has me making crazy things for her, like this skateboard that I put together. So it's got, let me turn it on here. It's got a little electronics box at the bottom here, which has a feather and a DC motor wing on there, as well as the batteries, like LiPo batteries and stuff. And at the top here is the throttle control. So this here lights up when I turn it on. And this makes the motor go when you put a treat in the little handle here. So we've got a treat.
Apply the treat.
Yep, so you put the treat in the top, and then when you pull the handle, it drops out. Whoop. It just drops out of the little dispenser into the treat tray. So now she can eat her treat. And then back here you've got it going.
Okay.
I think we just posted this up on our blog, and you have the special video with the camera right on it too. Good.
So here she can go. I'm going to turn it off so she doesn't drive off the table.
Yeah.
Oh, Mitty.
Now it's like a live demo. It's like a live cat demo. This is challenging. Okay.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
So you're actually giving your cat more mobility and soon like Nerf guns. Like, what do you?
I've been talking about making like a hovercraft. So with a bubble around it, so she can go out on walks with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, congratulations on the Uber and Lyft acquisition. They jointly got together to make the acquisition of your new company, Skateboard for Cats.
Right.
Bird and Lime.
You could just drive people around.
Uber for Cats.
Yeah.
Love it.
Outstanding.
I love how we always do this. We're like, okay, let's take like the jerkiest mammal in our house and like let's give it more power. I don't know why we do that, but we do. We can't help it. We're humans.
Excellent work.
Okay. She's ready. She's like, okay, where's my next treat?
Yeah, like,
She wants more.
All right, sweet project. Right. Of course, you want a sticker, we'll send you a sticker.
Yeah, whatever you want. Okay.
Cat Overlord.
All right, Dave.
All right, Dave Estelles. Welcome back.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, it's been a little while. I have a couple things to show. The first one, I'm going to have to slip off my headset, so I won't be able to hear you.
That's right. Yep.
So that is an accelerometer activated servo or operated ears. It has a CircuitPython, Circuit Playground Express in there. Code it's been a while. I think it's in CircuitPython. And there's a LiPo and there's fur. And it's all fun. The other thing is you guys can hear me okay?
Yeah. We're so adorable out from the cat ears, and there's so much furry.
All right, so this thing, I posted a video on my Instagram earlier today. It's acting a little weird, so I don't have it live. I have it wired up. But I've been wanting to use this red robot chassis. for a while. So I got some continuous motion servos. You could also use the DC motor in the micro servo box. And if I reset, I just have paddles on these. If it works, there we go. So you can see they just go, and it controls the direction, so it goes forward for a while, and then it'll do alternate sides to rotate and whatnot. And based on Blitz DIY's suggestion, I used one of those little red back and forth motors you guys started stocking.
Yeah.
And put a bit of bungee cord on it to make a tail that wags as it goes.
That's a cute robot. So it's just a little it's like a lumpy robot. It kind of
yeah, it does some. Well, it's really weird because turn that off. The motors aren't perfectly matched.
Yeah.
Right. So the rotating is slightly different rates. So it has a weird wobbly stagger back and forth as it goes, and they slip. I put some hot glue on the ends, but they still slip a bit on the hardwood, and so it's sliding around a little bit and staggering around. It looks like some weird creepy bug when it's clacking across the floor.
I think sometimes you can say like, hey, this isn't like a perfect engineering design, but that could make it compelling in different ways.
Yeah, it's cool when it rotates. It really looks neat. I'll be making some videos and
cool.
probably throwing them up on
we went to the Sony Aibo experience for the new Aibo, and your robot's more fun. So costs a lot less. Okay.
Right on.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Bye bye.
All right, JMK.
JMK.
Hey, so is my microphone working okay?
Yep. Sounds great.
I fixed it up, I guess. So I think last time I turned my lights off and showed that iPod, I didn't show anything that needed the lights off because I forgot to show the lights, but all it was is it responded to the volume and did a graph of the current level of the A0, whatever. So what I was doing is I was sort of like thinking, I had a Cricut laying around, and I connected it to a Circuit Playground, and I noticed a speaker output. So what I was able to do is I wired the whole thing up to a speaker back there.
Yeah.
This Adafruit box, and was able to get actually very good sound quality from it.
Great.
And this is through a Circuit Playground.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's sound reactive, and I have the Cricut rainbow lights going.
That's nice.
And, yeah, it's able to be powered fully by batteries, and yeah, you can just put it in here.
It's a good idea. You got a little like a portable amplified speaker.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Nice work.
All right, Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good? Excellent. So first, before I go anywhere, you guys have the world's best people working for you. You really do. In addition to like coming through and making this little clip to solve my problem, Noah and Pedro did this. Scott Shawcroft actually went to one of our end users and spent 5 hours debugging something underneath his hospital bed. So your folks are awesome. And he saved me a trip to Seattle. So thank you.
Yay.
Scott wants to put CircuitPython on all hospital beds.
Yeah.
So he's doing well. So the thing I'm actually going to show you today is entirely about Circuit Playground taking over AT, which is going to be awesome. The next year is going to be amazing. So we had a request about a week ago on our group that said, I'm a quadriplegic in the big leagues now, and I need a way to signal the professor that I have something to add to the discussion or ask a question and give an answer. So this is somebody who has either a motor disease or spinal injury, a quadriplegic in college, needs a way to basically raise her hand or add something to the conversation. So she asked what we could do, and I said, we could use tower lights. So you guys sell tower lights, and I thought that might be a good use for that. It turns out there's all kinds of reasons why there's not. It's 12 volts. It's kind of a pain to wire up.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did was I made a little mini tower light, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on the light.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
But it glows green and things like that. But I wanted to be able to use this without Wi-Fi, without Bluetooth, just plug it in and have it work. because she has a tablet, a Windows tablet there. So what's kind of neat about CircuitPython is this. I'll show you. I got to move something up. I know. Hold on. Is when you, sorry, when you, can you guys still see that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. When you actually add a, when you plug in a CircuitPython device, you get the CircuitPy file system, which means you can actually put things on there like a batch file, which calls a PowerShell script that simply finds the most recently added Adafruit device, opens the serial port, and writes something like a color or a color's name to the serial port. And when it does that, it means you can literally, and I'm going to have to see these batch files. I'm going to call them, but I got to turn my camera back on. So,
Interesting hack. Yeah, I see. This is fascinating what you did here.
Isn't that kind of neat? Let me see.
Very neat.
So when I look here, when I double click on red, right, it'll go red. And I'm not sure if you can see that went red.
Yeah. No, in your hand reflection, it shows up red.
There we go. I know. Here, let's do it this way. There's red. It's going to try and make it white no matter what we do, right?
Yeah, but I can see it's yellow and that's green.
It's green, right? And here's red. And there's a black one as well to turn it off. And these, by the way, these look just fantastic and incredibly bright. All they have inside of them, right? All they have inside of them is Circuit Playground, right? That's the entirety. And actually, you can see it pretty well there. So
yeah, that looks good.
So it's got a Circuit Playground inside of it. And then I realized, well, if I can do it with the Circuit Playground, I can probably go smaller. So I created this, which is just a Trinket M0 with almost exactly the same code, right? The only difference is instead of a dot star, instead of a NeoPixel, it's got a dot star, but it is doing exactly the same thing. And what's neat about this one is it'll hang on the laptop, right? It'll actually wrap over the back of the laptop. So this is huge because it completely takes all of it, contains it on the device. You plug it in and it just works. You don't have to install anything. There's no install shield. There's no Arduino. It just works. And that's huge. And it led me to something that's not done today, but it's close, which is coming soon, this device. So this device is going to it's going to put CircuitPython in all of AT. This is a switch interface to a computer. You guys make these all the time, right? They're HID devices. They've got AT switches. They send 4 keystrokes or mouse buttons. Total cost is about $15.
Mm-hmm.
This is better than every one on the market, and they run about $200. It's going to be a lot of fun over the next 6 months. So,
all right,
I think Scott's doing awesome. So.
Absolutely, and thank you for the kind words about our team, but thank you for making this big community where we can do things with, and the more you give, the more you get. So this is
we're having a lot of fun with you. I mean, we have a thing where this will actually be the next one.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes.
Scott and I Scott helped me try to get that done today on loading the images. We can load one. You can't load a second one.
Well, he's got code available soon.
Yeah, I know. I saw it at the beginning.
With the batch file, it's fascinating because you plug it in and then you run the executable from the device and it contacts itself. Yeah. It's a very interesting.
When you have it's a USB drive, so you can do whatever you want. The device is the thing. Yeah.
You can do just if you want to simplify your code a little bit. You can just replace main.py, like have 3 main.pys, and when you run the batch shell instead of doing the serial connection, you can have it just rename the file. That might be easier.
That might work for the image. For the colors, it's really fast to just send a color. And
you're right. It's going to be like a couple seconds to read
so it is a really great answer. And on the Circuit Playground one, it's got a sound, it's got a buzzer. I mean, this is a fantastic solution to that. So I'm having fun with your stuff.
As when we get Web USB working, I think you'll really like that too, because then you can use the internet connectivity.
The hardest thing for me was getting Windows to send a serial command with a proper line ending. If I could solve that, I'd be good.
I think everyone's
we'll do a version of Windows. CircuitPython.
It's actually easier for us to rewrite Windows. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Okay. So we got 3 more folks. We're going to go to Daniel and then Jake and then wrap up with C. Scott. So we're going to.
Hey, Daniel.
Go Daniel right now. Go Daniel. Go.
Hey guys. Hey, we've been talking about Circuit Playground. I got a couple of really quick Circuit Playground projects. First one is really simple, really simple. We were going on vacation a little while ago, and the day before we left, my son right here, he was worried about his fish not getting fed when we're on vacation. So we threw together this little Lego thing and put a little servo motor in there and hooked it to a circuit playground. And press the button once, and it just filled us with the food. In there, and you press the button, or in our case, we every 24 hours timer, it just rotates 180 degrees. Food comes out, feeds the fish. So we just set this on top of the aquarium, and every 24 hours it goes and it just feeds the fish.
Okay.
And the fish ride on a skateboard. I'm asking for a friend.
Yes, yes. Yes. And then we keep track of how many days it got fed. So when we come back, every day, another light comes on, lets them know that it's fed. Really simple project, but very useful. The second one is last week. I think Phil B and John Park both were doing spooky eye stuff. And I thought, well, that's really cool. I like to do that on the Circuit Playground. And I thought, well, that'll be real simple. I'll just take the code and throw it on there, and it'll be done. Well, it's not that simple, unfortunately, for the Circuit Playground. But I was able to go into the code and do an external spy on the Circuit Playground and modify the TFT code and the spy code. So you actually get on the Circuit Playground.
Wow, that is quite advanced. Congratulations on getting that working. That's not easy.
Yeah. So I had to do some hacks to the code. Unfortunately, maybe I don't know if you guys do get polls, but if the code could take a spy class pointer passed in and use that, as opposed to using there's a hard coded.
We take pull requests every day. Send one in. We'll absolutely merge it in.
Okay, yeah, we'll put that in there. So anybody that wants to be able to do spooky eye on the Circuit Playground, it is possible. So.
It is possible.
All right, excellent work. You get a sticker.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Email support@adafruit.com. And
we also just published a really cool project, Reef Pie, a very advanced fish care guide. So check that out.
It's cats and fish tonight. All right.
It's fish time. All right,
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
We're going to get Jake, and then we'll wrap up with C. Scott. Go, Jake, go.
Go, Jake, go. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about if the video quality's messed up. I have this thing where my graphics card is rendering on my server, but never mind now. Where should I start out? I got a digital multimeter from you guys.
Oh, great.
And let me see if I could share my screen, because I have the new iPhones came out today, so I decided to design a new dock for the big iPhone XS or 10s. So see if I can pull this up on my second monitor, then I'll bring it over.
Designing dock.
This dock will hold the Apple Watch, AirPods, Apple Pencil.
Wait, there's another.
Is your dock shaped like Daniel?
No, because we still see us.
There you go. No, that's AT Makers.
No, we see whatever's on your screen, and we see
I think
us.
the second
I can't get it to open, but I could just try to explain it to you.
Yeah, go back to you, unless.
God, camera's messed up. Okay, there we go. So it's just like a square thing. Has a slot for the Apple Pencil on the bottom, AirPods there.
Ooh.
The Apple Watch is right there, and then the big iPhone 10 Max.
That'd be great.
There. Let me just take my headset off 1 sec.
Okay. Okay.
So I am turning these this old HP laptop, well, not necessarily old, it's just kind of underpowered, so I'm turning that into a Chromebook.
Okay.
Using Linux distro.
Sweet. Well, I got so many projects. I got a tower.
Yeah.
And then I got this big guy, which used to run XP. It's like an Athlon 64, and that will also be like a Chrome Media Center kind of thing.
Great.
So, yeah, that's it.
We got lots of stuff to work on.
Drop a note at adafruit.com, and we will send you out a sticker that you can put on one of the devices. Okay, so Scott, place out.
Hey guys, a quick check-in here. What I have running here on the screen, this is my 4-voice key assigner MIDI to CV converter. It's doing the voice assigning correctly. It's scanning through the channels correctly. I don't know if you can see that happening on the screen there or not, but it's not quite getting to the DAC yet, and I have to figure out why, because if I play the notes, you'll see those numbers will change to numbers that are higher because it means the gates are active.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It sounds like a flock of bats is approaching me, because it's trying to send out the control voltages to the Chrobiux behind me, but it is not locking in the correct ones, and I'll figure out what's happening. it has something to do with cramming the data at the DAC. And while it works on my module playgrounds, I'm doing things a little differently here, and I just have to run all that to ground. Anyway, since it is a Circuit Playground day, I might as well add my 2 bits here. This thing is probably turned out, at least for me, to be one of the most important little gadgets made in the past decade.
Yay!
Because it has everything you need to go out onto the factory floor and check things at a moment's notice. You can check the temperature of something. You can check to see if your LEDs are working. You can just, I used it once already to figure out the IR codes to some mystery remote that was operating a device in an exhibit. Anyway, here we are running it on a battery, and we're testing a brand new device that I can't really talk about, but I can show you that it has nice colors. But the people we're working with were supposed to send us a controller, and well, we didn't have one yet. So I said, well, I can make it light up. And so that same Circuit Playground you saw running off the battery is in fact lighting up the LEDs.
Nice.
So, and of course, this is 220 LEDs, and we're going to be switching to, since you can see the individual pixels through the diffuser, we're switching to the more dense ones that get you 144 units per meter, and with the right diffuser depth, it looks nice and fluid. So more on that as they're finished.
Okay,
but
cool.
Anyway, pardon?
Cool. Very
cool. Oh yes, it's very cool. So yeah, we've been rather busy. If you watched the Apple show today and watched Tim Cook walking around on the stage, we built the stage. But and I can't really talk about it online, but maybe I can describe it to you at some other time. Anyway, that's it for me.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Yeah, underneath the new Apple building is a giant Circuit Playground. We had to ship one huge one. It took a while. That's how it works.
It just fits inside the ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It has like 500,000 pixels on it, right?
It took all year. All right. Thank you so much. This is epic show and tell us. Thank you, Dan Pedro. Thank you, Kim, Sophie, and Millie Cat.
John and Skull.
Thank you, JMK.
JMK. Jake.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank
you, Daniel Assistant. Thank you, C. Scott. And thank you, Bill from AT Makers. We're here every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the best half an hour of our lives every single week. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the projects and more. We'll see you on Ask an Engineer in just a couple minutes.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.